4. Freak! Turn it up for the NBA champion!
Welcome, basketball fans. It's Halloween, and we got a treat for you. It's the opening of the NBA season. Thanks for joining us here on 2K Sports. This is Kevin Harlan, joined by my colleagues Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Philadelphia 76ers preparing to defend home court in this Eastern Conference battle. This game against Indiana, the first game of the NBA's regular season. They were dominated last year, not a good matchup for them, going 1-3 in the season series.
And facing a squad that poses some challenges. I mean, they beat them in the playoffs, but lost the regular season series.
And, Greg, I think this could go either way. I mean, they've had the upper hand most recently, but you play the games because you don't know how it's going to play out.
All right, let's set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. All fueled up and ready to go. On the court right now for the Pacers. Paul George is out there at Greg Monroe. Then it's Ellis. Then it's Turner. And it's Hill in at the 1. George against Thomas. And George, here we go. He took good advantage of that screen.
You can't afford to get him that kind of a look.
Well, you know, he came off a good screen, but still, as a defender, you've got to do a better job of fighting over and through that.
Thomas, that's good.
Heads-up play there, guys, on the assist and the finish.
And it's Indiana's ball. Doris Burke has some information for us. Doris?
Guys, I spoke with the head coach of the Pacers. Minimizing steals is one of his big focal points in this game. He said that taking care of the ball and not giving away possessions is something that is paramount to his team's chances for success in this basketball game, guys.
Terrific, Doris. Thanks. They put a lot of thought into how they're going to match up against the opposing defense, guys.
And so they should, because that's what it's going to take. This is such a tough D to break down. They're going to have to play a smart game offensively.
Well, there's no denying that. I mean, you're not going to get by on skill alone. I mean, you've got to have the strategy and the skill working together.
Here's Turner following the basket by Freak, and he misses his first shot.
I didn't see that miss coming. I mean, he's usually been money from that range.
He feeds it to Noel. Good, and the assist goes to Thomas. Noel's got his first points of the game. The Pacers have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start this one so far. Monroe with the screen on Thomas. Thomas with the steal. Oh, and here we go with Marshall. Nobody back. And he gets the bucket.
Well, they've gone on this run, and ball movement has been a big key.
It really has, Clark. The defense unable to react as quickly as necessary in terms of dealing with their passing.
Now here's Ellis. Screen by Monroe. Will it go? And it's George missing. The 76ers have gotten 4 of 6 field goal attempts to drop in the first quarter. And Thomas with the stop.
And doing a great job here just stringing together solid possessions as they build that lead up.
I tell you, there's no substitute for consistency, Greg. You know that, I know it. You can stay in control of the game. They'll stay in control of it if they simply stay good with their execution of the game plan and don't waste any possession.
Now here's Ellis. George Hill missing his last shot. And George, here we go.
How about the head of steam he's able to generate right there and just gets to the rack really easy.
Now here's Marshall. He's guarded by Hill. It's rebounded by Indiana.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
The 76ers leading by 7. Thomas goes in. That's good, and it's his 4th basket of the game. He's a strong 4 for 6.
Every time they get scored on during this run, it's come from inside the paint.
Yeah, they have really owned the interior. You've got to collapse that defense and force them to beat you over the top.
Now, here is George. And it's Hill. That time the assist by George. Hill's got his first bucket of the game, and he's on the board for 3. The 76ers have gone 6 of 9, shooting it well. Marshall passes to Thomas. Drills the three-pointer.
Oh, man, a hot start for him. He's hit 5 of his first 7.
Pacers trail by 9. Outside, George. Ellis with the screen for George. Pass to Ellis. Lets it go from 14. And a big bounce off the rim, but it sinks right in.
There's PG creating for a teammate. Terrific dime drop.
The 76ers leading by 7. Thomas a screen on Hill. Outside Thomas. Okafor against Turner. And again, it's Philadelphia.
Clearly, they've been the hotter team here in the first half.
Well, they've been grit and grind, working for those high percentage shots, and quite honestly, it's paid off for them.
That's tipped. And here comes Thomas leading the fast break. Shots good by Middleton. Middleton's got his first bucket of the night.
And the story here, Kevin, early on is how well they've shot the basketball.
Very high percentage so far, and if you want to start a game hot, that's the way to do it.
Good.
You know, it's a plus to get good looks in the paint, and when you can get them, you got to score them.
So it's Philadelphia now. 9-point game. There's a screen by Noel. Marshall sets a screen for Thomas. And he overdid it there. Too much force, it looked like, on the foul, and he's called for the flagrant.
And Kevin, I got to tell you, he's probably fortunate to just get a flagrant 1 there. I mean, so much contact. The officials easily could have gone even harder on him.
Greg, I agree. He better be on his best behavior from now on. One more flagrant of any variety, and he's out of here.
And what a tremendous game for Thomas. He's up to 13 points, and he's been a good on-the-ball defender, too. He's got a pair of steals.
Yeah, he's just made a lot of very heads-up plays, and his defense really has been a difference maker.
The Pacers making a switch here. Jang, he's checked in for Turner. Terrence Jones comes in for Greg Monroe. Turner's checked in for George. And Jared Jack has subbed in for George Hill.
Defensively, giving up far too many open rhythm looks.
And to battle back, they've got to shore up the defense. I mean, there's no other way to come back from a deficit unless you play good defense.
And here's Ellis from beyond the arc. That is good. Ellis has got 5 now. The 3 from Thomas. No good on that last second attempt there. And a double-digit lead on the score. Hey, talk to Monte Ellis. He says he feeds off his doubters. He loves to hear someone say what he can't do.